are you doing? How's it going on with you? Thank God for the gift of life. All right, so welcome to Temi Golden, and I'll be continuing on my story on Esther the Immigrant. If you didn't see part 1 where I did just intro to say who Esther is, find out. Let's continue following Esther. This is true life story. I'm not just giving you to be. All right, so Esther, she was wise, jackpot. That's why I say she's an immigrant. Was a family that jackpot. Well, they found themselves in some circumstances, and they're where they are, and in a new land, and they're these unique people that have this unique whatever from God, unique touch, unique selection from God. So there's something about their life that attracts the enemy, where the enemy sees envy, jealous. So there's something about your life, if you're different, that you think you're getting so many attacks. No, there's something about your life. All right, but it's not just for to stay there and allow the enemy to be doing 10 on your life. All right, so she was wise. What I want you to know from what Esther did was wise to listen to Uncle Modi. Every step, she wasn't doing smart girl and maybe girl now. Every step all the way was as Uncle Modi. Uncle Modi is not just an ordinary uncle, though a relative, but he was someone that she knew that his lifestyle showed he was a seasoned child of God, and then he was a spiritual person. So she understood that, and Uncle Modi might have his weaknesses, you find out later, but she was careful to know that there's something about his advice, wisdom to take from. All right, and then she found herself in the palace. Stage after stage, she still took, having moved now in a jackpot land, in a foreign land, as a diaspora. She knew that that's not it all. She's moved to the next step. You have to understand that as an immigrant, you have to take a stage after stage. You can't go with the airs of what you were before you got to the country. I can't do this. Sometimes you need to stoop low to conquer. Read my lips. All right, so Esther did that, stoop low to conquer, and then she now got to the next level. You have to know that this thing is level, stage after stage. You can't look at the lives of those that have been there 20 years ago or something, and you want to achieve everything in one go. You have to know that you have to take a step after step. There are times you might hide yourself for a while. Take a step after step. And so she got to the palace, and what she did was that she related with the people that, so to speak, were of low estate. She related with cleaners, everybody. Esther did not have heirs. Esther, she was a babe, but she did not have heirs. She was a simple girl in terms of outwardly, but she was full of wisdom. That is because she had people she sought counsel from. You can't just stay by yourself. Like they say, no man is an island. She sought wisdom from her uncle. She read books. Esther was someone that sought knowledge. And then the Bible says that in the middle of a multitude of counselors, there is safety. And that's what Esther learned. And she sought counsel from different people, read books. That's what it means by having people as mentors. You couldn't be reading their books, and to get to know how you need to get to where you need to get to. And so after doing that, she now related with these people one-on-one, but the decision is still yours after all the advice. She opened up. Your attitude will determine how people will open up to you. And you need to know, watch your tongue. Esther was careful with words and talking about herself and everything. She was careful, but she was soaking out information about where she was going to, how to take. That king was one kind of king. Was one kind of, I don't want to use the word colo thing, that his head can touch anytime. So when you're dealing with, when you're in a situation where you have somebody, a leader, before you people read meaning to what I'm saying, that the head can touch, you have to tread carefully. It's not for you to be afraid. But Esther was not afraid. Third thing, you know why she was not afraid? Because she knew the backing of what she had, the God she served. Then she goes back to pray, and she had support of spiritual people praying with her, praying for her in terms of Uncle Modi. And then she was balancing the spirituality, balancing it with soaking out information from different people. You might think, okay, she will stick to only Uncle Modi. Uncle Modi might have some kind of level, but where you are right now, you might need to relate broaden your network to get information about where you need to go to or what to do from those who have been there. All right, that's where I'll stop at the story of Esther the Immigrant. We continue in Esther. Thank you for being part of this edition. Like, and don't forget, go for gold. And before I wrap it up, I've already wrapped it up. Don't forget, connect to Beulah Internet Radio. And that's what I'm saying about getting information. We have stories like Real Smart Life with Ben from the UK about how to settle in the UK, how to get scholarship, and a number of things, information that you need. Also, Diaspora with Dr. Lillian interviews different people just to let you know, learn from those that have gone ahead of you. Hear people with different stories and you see the one that relates with you. So tune in to get Tori Leke, those that have missed, have gotten something wrong, so that it's a caution for you. You know, no matter what you're faced with temptation, you will learn from Tori Leke how to apply wisdom, and it's in pidgin. Very interesting, dramatic lady. All right, and many more, of course, like Temi Golden, gist of what people have to say on the streets, and much more. You don't want to miss it. Connect to Beulah Internet Radio to uplift you.